What is going on, you guys? Ryan from Wadfigs here, and welcome back to another prediction video. In just a couple of hours, it is the SmackDown Live exclusive Hell in the Cell pay-per-view. And usually before I go into it, I give my impressions on the card overall, and I have to say this show, top to bottom, has a lot of potential to be really, really good. There are a couple of Match of the Year candidates that I think could happen on tonight's show, and I'm actually looking forward to this pay-per-view for once in a while. I did not watch SmackDown this past Tuesday. I was actually at a Knicks game. Of course, we lost, but I wasn't able to catch up on SmackDown, so I might be a little bit off on some of my predictions, as I always am, but this time I actually have a reasonable excuse. And I think there is only one kickoff or pre-show match, so we're going to go ahead and start off with that. Gable and Benjamin will be taking on the Hype Bros, and again, I do believe this is the only kickoff show match. I'm going to go with Gable and Benjamin getting the victory. In fact, I think after this victory, they might be getting tag team title shots pretty soon, of course, if the New Day and the Usos feud ends, but I'll get into that later. As for the Hype Bros, I think they are going to dismantle here. I think Ryder, which they have been teasing over the past couple of weeks, will end up turning on Mojo, and maybe they'll have a small little feud. And I'm looking forward to possibly seeing Zack Ryder back on his own, this time, of course, as a heel or bad guy. I think it could be very intriguing to see what they do with Zack. But my expectations are going to be very low. They probably won't even end up using him, and he won't be on TV. But still, this match should be okay. I certainly do like seeing Benjamin and Gable. I think it's very interesting, and I think they have a lot of potential to have some really good matches with guys like the New Day and the Usos and maybe some other teams. And I'm going to say they get the victory here on the kickoff. Dolph Ziggler will be taking on Bobby Roode. Now, I actually wasn't aware of this until a friend of mine told me, but apparently there are rumors that Ziggler could be leaving the company. I don't know if this is his last match. I don't know if this is even his last feud or if those rumors are true. I really haven't been keeping up. But if that's the case, that's kind of disappointing because I have been enjoying Ziggler. I'll get into that soon. My official prediction for this match, I think it's fairly obvious that Bobby Roode will get his first actual pay-per-view victory over Dolph Ziggler in what should be a pretty good match. They're both capable of having very, very good matches. I'm looking forward to Bobby Roode on SmackDown Live, and I don't think he's going to be a good guy for long. I think they're just doing this right now to introduce him to the audience. But getting back to Ziggler, I hope he's not leaving, and I know there are a lot of people who don't like Dolph Ziggler and don't find this recent thing of coming out as like Undertaker and Shawn Michaels and those other people entertaining. I personally do. Maybe I wasn't the biggest fan of Ziggler the past couple of months, but I think what he's doing now is entertaining, so it's going to be sad to see him if he leaves. I don't know if this is just a made-up rumor, but if it is, then I guess still Roode gets the victory, but it will be sad to see Ziggler leave if he's indeed gone. We're going to look back in a couple of years and just think about all of the all-time great feuds. You've got Hogan and Warrior, you've got Austin and Rock, you've got Owen and Brett, you've got Cena and Styles, and then we're going to see Orton and Rusev. As you can very obviously tell, I am looking forward to the conclusion of this feud, which I definitely hope it is. And I'm going to say Randy Orton beats Rusev. I don't know what they're going to be doing with either of these guys. Orton is pretty bland, as he always is at this point. And Rusev, I feel bad because he has the potential to be something, but the way they use him, he's more of like a comedy act. This match will probably be pretty bad, as it usually is when you put these two in the ring together, and it's more than 15 seconds of a match. I'm going to say Randy Orton wins via RKO. Then we've got the SmackDown Live Women's Championship match, as Natalya will defend her championship against Charlotte, and these two have had some very, very good matches in the past. You look at their takeover match that was amazing, where Charlotte actually won the NXT Women's Championship. I believe after WrestleMania 32 they had a feud. I can't remember the exact pay-per-views, but I know they had some pretty good matches, and I expect no different here in this match. I've had low expectations for the women over the past couple of pay-per-views, as you can tell by watching some of my videos, but I think these two have had great matches before. I think they can have another great match tonight. That's what I expect. They're both very capable of putting on a great show, and I think they're going to do that again, and I think Natalya is going to retain her Women's Championship. Off subject, kind of, I really wish they would have put Asuka on SmackDown. I think she fits in way better. There's a lot of talent on Raw. You've got Sasha, you've got Nia, you've got Alexa, you've got Bayley, you've got all of these names, Emma, including Mickie James. And on SmackDown, it's kind of been this rotation of the same, like, 7 or 8 girls. And I think Asuka could have really benefited from coming to SmackDown, and she could have had a great match with Natalya and possibly beat her for the title. But again, going back to the prediction, Natalya will beat Charlotte to retain her Women's Championship. I think for like the past 3 pay-per-views that like these matches have been happening between the Usos and the New Day, I keep thinking it's gonna end. It would make sense for it to end inside a stipulation like Hell in the Cell. Of course, the New Day will be defending their SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships against the Usos. They have had some incredible matches. They've had some really great matches at SummerSlam. Previous pay-per-views, these two teams really do mesh well together. And of course, these two teams will be inside Hell in the Cell. And I think it could be match of the year or definitely close to it. If they've had really good matches without the Hell in the Cell, just imagine what they're going to do tonight. It is going to be incredible. But I'm going to say the New Day retain their SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. It would be kind of funny if the Usos won, because then it would literally be hot potato between these two teams. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think, again, for like the 3rd pay-per-view in a row, that this is going to be the end of this feud, and I am really looking forward to this match because it has potential to be absolutely amazing. Then we have the United States Championship on the line as the phenomenal AJ Styles will be defending his United States Championship against Baron Corbin and his amazing new theme song. I've kind of been disappointed, and maybe I shouldn't be, with AJ's U.S. title run. It's just the feud with Owens was really long, and it was enjoyable, but it was really long. And then he moves right into Corbin, and I think they will have a pretty good match, because AJ can have a great match with anybody. But I'm hoping we get some fresh blood. Maybe Bobby Roode or somebody can hop into the U.S. title picture after this match, because I think AJ Styles is going to beat Baron Corbin. Again, this match should be good. AJ Styles is capable of having very entertaining matches with guys like Baron Corbin, guys who maybe aren't up to par with AJ Styles. So this should be no different. AJ Styles will retain his United States Championship. Next, we have the WWE Championship match where Jinder Mahal will be defending his world title against Shinsuke Nakamura inside Hell in a Cell. I keep predicting Jinder to lose. I keep saying he's going to drop the belt here, drop the belt there. I thought at SummerSlam it was a guarantee that Nakamura was going to beat him, and I was wrong. And now we take these two inside Hell in a Cell, which they will hopefully have a better match than they've had in the past. And I think Jinder is going to retain again. I keep hoping he's going to lose. I don't know if I've ever expressed it personally, but I don't think Jinder's character or anything like that is bad. It's just when you have a champion who is incapable of having good or great matches as a champion should, it's hard to get behind. I would much rather have Nakamura be champion. If I was choosing who I want, of course I would have Nakamura win this match. If I'm choosing what I think is going to happen, Jinder Mahal will probably retain his WWE Championship. The question is, who's next in line after this feud is over, which I think it will be after tonight, unfortunately. I don't know who could get a title shot. Maybe AJ, and they can do a US vs. WWE champion. I don't really know who could be next to face Jinder. Unfortunately, going back to the prediction, Jinder Mahal will retain his championship. Then we have what I think will be the main event, Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon inside Hell in a Cell. The past couple of weeks of SmackDown, I know people have been saying have not been the greatest, but if there is something to look forward to, it is this feud, because this is the first time we're seeing a side of Kevin Owens that really a lot of people have been asking for a long time. While he was Universal Champion, he was a comedy actor, really for the most part, with Jericho, and that was great. Don't get me wrong. Then he came to SmackDown, he was the face of America, but now he's this Kevin Owens that really, when you look back at when he debuted in NXT, and even beforehand, he's just about himself, he's about his family, he's about making Shane McMahon's life an absolute living hell. And I don't even know what the hell they're going to do if somebody's going to go off the cage, if someone's going through the cage. Probably something crazy like that is going to happen, and I think no matter what, Kevin Owens will win this match. One theory I've seen people throw around there is that this guy right over here, can we fit him into the frame? Sami Zayn is going to get involved and cost Shane McMahon the match. Now, granted, there's a story to be told there. Maybe Zayn is getting revenge on Shane for not giving him the same amount of opportunities maybe as some other guys, and he's just frustrated at management. That could certainly be something. Or he's just realigning himself with Owens again, although that really wouldn't make a whole lot of sense now that I think about it. But I don't think Zayn is going to get involved. As much as I would want Zayn in the main event picture like this, I don't know if this is the right way to go about it. It certainly would be shocking and interesting, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I don't even know if Triple H is going to get involved, because that's another rumor going around, that Triple H could cost Shane McMahon the match. Of course, Triple H and Owens have a past relationship. Triple H was the one that gave Owens the Universal Championship, essentially. But no matter what, who interferes, Colin Delaney, for all I know, could interfere, and it doesn't matter, because I think it only makes sense in this current position to have Kevin Owens beat Shane McMahon inside Hell in a Cell. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I can't wait to see this pay-per-view. It should be really, really good. And as always, stay tuned to the next one.